The new camera is so fucking nice.
It's
I no longer
crisp,
have.
dude.
There's no longer a dead pixel. Audience, if this is in the intro and you're watching this right now, go back and look at the other episodes, primarily because the views are good. But also, there's like a dead pixel that hovers over my shoulder, like for the entirety of the first 20 some episodes of the show. And that's gone now. So rest in peace, dead pixel.
A legend.
Lav, can you insert a bagpipe solo here, like one of those sad ones?
Have we started the episode?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Worlds Apart, your favorite bi-weekly world-building podcast. I'm your host, Diana Faye, and with me, as always, is Odinn Son.
2026, baby. We're here.
Yeah!
We made it. We made it.
Oh,
a whole
man.
year.
Fucking, oh man, a whole year.
We've been
We
doing
should have
this
got
shit the whole year.
cake.
I don't have cake.
I don't have cake either. I barely
No.
have normal groceries. I have a can, but it's already opened. I didn't
Same
do
here.
the thing.
Mine's, yeah. Does that
Shit.
tradition die in 2025?
We need a 2026. We need a new one.
Yeah.
We'll just, instead of cracking open a can, we'll crack open crab leg, perhaps. Get some nice seafood.
Sure.
Crack a
You can
bone.
do that every single episode, sure.
Oh,
You can-
we don't make money off of this. Odie,
But
how's the new year treating you?
it's hot. It's hot in Australia. We're dying down here. Not actually, but fucking the heat's ridiculous. But other than that, New Year's good.
Miserable.
New Year's good so far. Can't complain. How about you?
Oh, yeah. Fucking feels the exact same as 2025. Not gonna lie.
Fair.
So you know,
Hmm.
the usual. America's still a hellscape. Are you guys in
Yeah.
spider season yet? Is that a real thing?
Yes.
Actually.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Springtime slat. I'd say late spring, early summer is when like spiders start appearing again.
Oh. I thought that was
'cause, yeah.
just like a communal practical joke. I thought it was like drop bears where you guys
You
just
never-
all agreed.
I don't think spiders hibernate, but you don't see them as much in winter. They're pretty rare. So, but
Oh.
summertime / late spring, that's when they're like, I saw it, and they're out and
Ugh.
about.
Ugh.
Hmm.
Hate that.
hmm
All right.
But I believe, because we took a break throughout all of January, so I believe we're uploading this on the year anniversary of episode 1 being released. So this is like
Oh,
a
yeah.
legit, we made it one whole year.
Woo!
And
We should've
we've
planned this
achieved,
better. We should have gotten party hats.
have we achieved anything with this building so far?
No. When have we ever achieved anything ever? Even as individuals. Come on.
Yeah, well,
It
that's a good
doesn't
point.
Yeah.
We out here. But no, yeah.
Whole new year, whole new roster of guests that are going to be showing up on the show. Hopefully, we'll get our notes in order. And honestly, we've had some amazing fan art come in as well. I want to give an
Yeah.
extra special shout out to Nimbus Comics, who, since you and I last spoke, has produced, oh my god, so much more fan art. It's
Actually?
like, yeah. So
Where?
if you're in my Discord, you should go look at it. I will put it in the arts and thumbnails section of our files. That way Lav can pop it up on screen. But
Yeah,
Lav, throw in the slideshow here. There's like one of Kato's hand sticking out of the ground, like all the mountains. There's one that's like a poster style collage of the creatures that we've built. It's so cool. So shout out to Nimbus for single-handed. First of all, you're the only fan artist we've had so far, basically.
And we love you
And this
so
has been
much.
amazing. It's so cool. But it's been inspiring, and now we're ready to kick off a whole new year of world building.
It's gonna be good. Before we kick off something new, though, I want to
Yeah.
look back on the year. What has been, to you personally, one of your favorite, if not your favorite, build that we've done? So just for a little bit of a throwback, just in case there's someone new here for the new year, what's one thing that you really, really love that we've built?
The first thing that come to mind is the garnish cantrip. And I know that's probably your answer as well. So I'm going to skip past that because that's like obviously the obviously the best thing we've ever come up with in our
Obviously.
lives, and it should be
Also,
a legit thing.
Want to address something. We got
What?
shit on in the comments because of garnish.
We
Because everyone's
did?
like, yeah, because everyone's like, that's just prestidigitation. It's like,
Oh, fuck off.
get over it.
Prestidigitation is such a fucking bullshit, like, milquetoast answer to every magic little thing ever. You can say the same about Druidcraft. Come on.
100%. Like, God, get over it. Have some fucking creativity.
God. But no, if not Garnish, I honestly really fucking like the God of Monsters that Lav built. I thought that was amazing, and like the motherly sort of aspect that was given to it, and then also that episode just had such good jokes as well. And I don't know, I liked that episode quite a bit. What about you?
On the God of Monsters, the book
Yeah.
that's like the tome of the God of Monsters that like has a way to lure any and all creatures into a city or can just track them really well. That thing's diabolical.
It's fucking
if it fell
cool.
into the wrong hands. As for me, it's tied. I love our seasons. I love the entities we made for the seasons. We spent a bit of time on that. We spent a few episodes on those. And I love them so much. Specifically the it was the goldfish, the summer one. I feel like he was really, really cool. So
with like the sun rays as its fins and everything.
Exactly.
Like just imagining like beholding that as a person in the world would be like this fucking moment.
He's just cool and aesthetically pleasing. I also like that he's like the youngest of them all and the most rambunctious. So if he goes off path, it gets really hot or gets really cold or something, like he has consequences to his actions. I love that season entity. I think he's really cool. And just the seasons in general. Their whole lore connected to Ecleus, our Eclipse Dragon. But the second place would be our parasites.
Huh.
Yeah.
God, that has to be one of the first adventures that we run in this game. It's so well encapsulated as it is, and all the details are there already. And like
Nimbus drew art of them, I'm pretty sure. Wrote a poem
Nimbus
about them.
made a whole poem. Yeah, it was so cool. Oh,
insane. But yeah, so those two are tied for my favorite things that we've created so far.
Audience, if you have any favorites or any like particular moments, highlights, anything like that, leave it in the comments. I'm not usually a leave it in the comments girly, because that's engagement bait. But also, I do genuinely want to know what you guys like about the world, what you've taken for your own worlds, and what you want to see more of. Because it's 2026, we're all setting resolutions, setting goals, and I want to know what you guys want to see out of the podcast.
Yeah. Is that something we should do real quick? Should we give like a couple goals we have for Worlds Apart, or like would like to see Worlds Apart achieve?
We should probably actually run something at some point. We should probably take fucking notes too. You did a lot of the legwork behind the scenes. Yeah, you guys don't know this, audience. Back in the first like 5 episodes, Odinn actually took really fucking good notes on like everything that we world built. And then we just started producing more and more episodes at way too fast of a pace. And then we kind of like dropped off on the note taking.
Yeah.
But we'll have to get a transcriber or something to make it easy. And, you know, actually organize into, at the very least, a one-shot. Maybe we bring in everyone who's guest starred so far, and that way they can all see like little aspects, or they can all play like clerics of the gods that they created. And it's like oops, all clerics. I'll be sick. It'd be cool. So yeah, that'd be my goal.
I'd also love to be able to run a one-shot in the Sundial Mountains. Hunting one of the creatures in there. I forget what's the fucking system you got me obsessed with earlier this year? I'm blanking on the name.
Helionis?
Yes. The Monster Hunter one.
Yeah.
I would love to run a session of that. I reckon that would be absolutely insane. Especially in the Sundial Mountains where we have all those creatures that we've made, and the alphas or the dire ones or whatever they are that ate the blubber from that one creature. Oh,
do you want to do a quick, like, this isn't sponsored. Do you want to just quickly overview for people who don't know what Helionis is? Why?
Yeah, absolutely. Me?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can fix me up and this is wrong because I haven't really looked into the book in a while. But Helionis is its own system that's like can be integrated into D&D 5e rulings, I guess. But it is a beautiful system where it's got a bunch of different subclasses and classes that all pertain to D&D, and you go out and you hunt monsters. It's kind of like Monster Hunter, but tabletop form, where you can go out, you can track them. You can find clues about them. You can research them. You can gather information in towns and stuff on them. And then you hunt them down and you try to either capture them or kill them. And it's kind of like looting in like a Monster Hunter game. You can pull items off of the creatures. So their scales, their nails, teeth, horns, eyeballs, all that kind of stuff. And you can make armor out of those things and weapons and items and all these really cool things. And Heliana's is just, it's such a cool system. And I'm mad at myself that I haven't done it yet.
Yeah. Yep. It's so easy, so cool. Again, not sponsored. It's just really fucking convenient for any, world or game that has like big bads that are monsters and animals and all that.
Or if you just have a party that's horny for battle and wants to fight something, it's perfect. So
it's like peak easy contract mercenary work. Oh, good shit.
You need to DM this year.
Yeah, I should. I've never DM'd for you, have I?
You have not.
Oh shit! Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll.
Your schedule is insane, so fair play.
My schedule's insane, but also like, I could work out it would be horror, whatever it's gonna be.
Bring it on. I'm in.
I can work out something. Okay, solid. Yeah. That'll be before 2027. Audience, you're holding me to this now. I'll put something together in our world.
I have so much faith in you, dude. You're gonna do great.
Don't.
You're gonna do great. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fun. Any other little goals that you want for Worlds Apart this year that you can think of off the top of your head? Do you want to hit a certain follower goal? Do you want to release merch? Do you want to just like create one thing that you've always wanted to create? Like, what's the vibe?
Man, I feel like we probably should put out merch. I wouldn't even know what merch to put out. Just like, you know what we could do?
What's that?
Fake travel posters. Where, have you seen those ones that they do for like the Legend of Zelda like locations where it's like visit Hyrule Temple or whatever, and it looks like an actual national park poster.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, the color palettes are awesome. We'd have to hire a designer, but I know a couple people, and we could like slap it onto a sweatshirt or something. And it's one of those things where like, if you know, you know, but if you don't know, it's still like casually stylish enough that you can wear it, and people will just assume it's a reference to something. But it's not like obnoxiously like, it's not like slapping our logo on a hat, it's not, it's not in your face.
That wasn't the idea. I was going to throw out. Yeah, totally.
Oh, we can do that too. Like, no, it's fine. We can get hats. It's okay. Listen,
no, it's fine.
Nothing against hats.
Genuinely, your idea is so much cooler. I'm terrible when it comes to like merch and promotion. I'm not good at that shit. So I've never been trained professionally for that shit. So I'm like, yeah, put the logo on a shirt and the pocket and it's good. And it's, I like the creativity.
It's really easy to do. Listen, audience, you guys want logo stuff? I will give you logo stuff. It takes 20 seconds to set up. So.
Yeah, but the national park thing is really cool. And like visit the Sundial Mountains, for example, would be fucking cool. But yeah.
What about you?
For this year, for us, the main one is running something, because I feel like we put in some work and we've got some great areas set up that we could run stuff in. We just haven't had the time because, dude, you were traveling so much last year.
Yeah, to you, asshole. Yeah, dog, it took me like great. 2 weeks to get out to fucking Australia, stay for a week, and leave again. It is so hard. Oh my god.
So when are you coming back?
Next year, probably.
Yeah, sweet.
Unironically, I love Australia so much. I really want to make it a bi-yearly thing. It just takes so fucking long to travel.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I'm just tossing this out there. I'm pretty sure Toby is coming to Australia for Christmas this year. That's all I'm saying. So that's hopefully the plan for that. But as for Worlds Apart, I'd like for it to have one viral clip. One clip where it does good. And when I say viral, I'm not talking like 1 million views. I want to hit like 50K. That would be cool.
We have to be funny for that to happen, though.
I'm not good at that.
It's okay. We'll buy our views.
Perfect. a lot of people do anyway. Anyway, all right. So today we have no plan.
Yeah.
We've come into this like we should record.
We were like, we need a backlog. And we have no further plans outside of that.
We need to record something. So we have nothing. What did we make last session? We made our holiday for the Air Titan, correct?
Yeah, that was amazing. And that was actually our first foray into really fleshing out the Air Titan. I could ask, because we've talked about obviously Kato, the hand of Kato kind of sparking the Sundial Mountains. We've talked about the Water Titan having created a bunch of craters in the ground that formed into pools, and then
Hmm.
essentially being this abyss underneath. Um, we talked about the Air Titan in last episode. We haven't talked about fire at all. Is there anything we want to like try and touch on there?
I mean, we absolutely could for the Fire Titan. Do we want all these Titans to be like on the one continent, or are they spread out throughout the world? And we just want to make some lore on them.
Um, that's a good question. I mean, we already put Kato and the Water Titan so close together. I feel like
Hmm.
it'd be kind of interesting at the very least to put them all on one continent, or at the very least put their vestiges on one continent. Something that's like, hey, maybe this is their birthplace, or maybe they crash landed onto the material plane and, formed a handprint, and then formed, their material forms, their avatars in the middle of that, and
Okay.
then descended from there into the rest of the world. So maybe it's like, I don't know, their initial spot, their landing
Okay.
spot could all be on that one continent.
I do love a continent that like revolves around Titans, so that is kind of sick. We could give the continent the name of something to do with Titan esque as well, so we would have a theme to it. Um,
Yeah.
but because we have the Sundial Mountain Range, I just reposted the map in the art and thumbnails thing in the Discord for you as well.
Mhm.
So we have the Sundial Mountain Range to the what's that southeast.
Yeah.
We could place the Fire Titan up to the north,
Yeah. I like that.
and I mean, fire. My mind instantly goes to volcanoes when it
Yeah.
comes to a Fire Titan,
Hmm.
unless there's something you can think of.
No, because there's not that many natural sources of heat and flame. I think if anything, it would maybe be okay. So if you think about the continent as a whole,
Mm.
maybe it's one large supernaturally floating island or something like that, which would explain how the water titan is able to place a handprint almost up from underneath and create that lake that we had initially said had pufferfish in it, right? That was
Yes.
considered to be like the palm of the water titan. Maybe if we make it so that the entire continent is just free floating in the ocean, except for one almost anchor point that acts as a tunnel between the underside of the land mass and the core of the earth of the planet, right? And through that land mass, like you have essentially nothing except magma shooting towards the surface at all times. And it's like an area of high volcanic activity. There's hot springs, there's more volcanoes than anywhere else, almost like the Ring of Fire, like, Hawaii and all that. Do you guys learn about the Ring of Fire in Australian schools, or is that just
I'm gonna be really. We probably did. I was probably not listening. Um,
gotcha, right?
I
And you did graduate,
yes, because you thought I dropped out, but it's fine. I graduated high school. I wasn't built for it though, so
dude. No one is. I don't know what Australian high schools are like, but American high schools are just fucking man. There were a lot of children left behind. Let me tell you that. Uh,
yeah.
but the area where that handprint would be almost like maybe instead of a handprint that's like flat against the surface of the world, maybe
Hmm.
it's more reaching up, and only the first couple fingertips really breach the surface. And they're
Okay.
constantly over time pushing out. So these volcanoes act as, if this is the surface of the earth, they're pushing outward. And then over time, two more volcanoes. There's only three of them right now, but over time, two more will pop up for the pinky and the thumb. And it's just this area where it's like, yeah, most people think it's impossible to build here because of the volcanic activity, because of the potential of eruptions, because of lava, except for fanatics who absolutely love the fire titan and who are looking forward to the time when the rest of his hand or her hand or their hand pushes through and is like fully realized.
So would that mean just because this is a really cool concept to me? So you know how at the center of the earth there's like a magma core essentially, or like a giant fucking ball of fire. Does that mean
Yeah, the
that's
jelly
where?
center.
Yeah, exactly. Um, does that mean that's where the Fire Titan's residing? Is he in the core of the world?
I want to say yeah. And I want to say that like for the most part the water titan's activity and the widespread ocean has kept him from being able to emerge into the surface world except through that one point where he managed to make a tunnel and like, you know, burst out in this one weak spot. So
And I
he's
mean, if it's a weak spot, that could technically mean he's quote unquote injured. And if it's his hand jutting up, what if magma is his blood?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's cool.
And if it's spilling out of the volcanoes, he's just bleeding.
Hmm. Sorry, I just thought of taking like Holy Communion, where it's like blood of Jesus, but instead of blood of the fucking yeah.
I mean, it's a choice.
Yeah. No,
It,
and I think it's super cool. If anything, that might lead to a religion where people almost, instead of self-immolating, like you would imagine, they trigger warning self-harm a little bit as a means of almost emulating their god or their primary like elemental deity.
well, I mean, if the Titan's hand is injured, they could dip their hand in lava to prove loyalty. If you like the crazy
Oh,
fanatics, uh,
yeah.
or the highest followers or whatever, to have the mark of the Fire Titan, essentially.
That'd be cool.
Uh,
I don't know if it'd be lava, only because that would be like, huh, but
lava.
maybe like hot coals.
Yeah, even if they just get branded, that's another thing as well.
Oof. Yeah,
Or
that'd be sick.
they could, they could do, because I've seen it in like TV shows and stuff. They get something poured over, like molten something poured over their arm.
Oh, you've seen that in TV shows?
Yeah,
Oh, oh,
because it would either like you could have it as though like it's just to feel what the Titan felt, so you can connect stronger to him, or it's to create like a if they pour molten iron onto your hand or something, or you have to dip your arm into molten iron to form a cast of iron around it, so you have like this iron hand essentially.
ooh. It reminds me of those like wax forest trap things where you
Yeah,
like hold hands with a significant other, dip it into wax, and you have like a little statue for the rest
yeah,
of your life. It's so
adorable.
much worse.
Yeah, it's a bit more painful. Um, okay, so we can absolutely run that. So we'll have currently. Is there only 3 volcanoes, or is there 5? Are the thumb and pinky like pushing through a little bit?
I think I think we're maybe three, and the fourth is like just starting to poke out at the timeline that we're working with. So that way, it's a potential plot point where it's like all these worshippers are flocking to this new site and trying to set up a new settlement, but maybe there's something along the way that the heroes, the adventurers, could potentially help them with or hinder them, depending on how they feel about the fire god and the fire
Mm-hmm.
elemental. So it's like they're waiting for the fourth volcano.
Okay. And do we reckon we should have it set up north? I'm kind of looking at the furthest point.
I think so. Yeah, it looks good. And then that leaves we can leave like the air stuff for the east cardinal direction.
Mm-hmm.
That little like outset, that jutting area could be a good spot for a mountain.
Yeah, because yeah, that would just
Yeah.
be like 4 pillars of fucking Titans. That because you would have
Yeah.
the Sundial Mountain Range, which is the hand of Kato.
Mhm.
The palm where the water titan he was pushing up, wasn't he? Was that what we
Yeah,
said? Yeah.
I think so.
Uh, to the north, we would have the fire.
Mhm.
Okay, because we made the little lake on the west side in the middle. That was where the palm was, right?
It was, yeah.
Yes.
The
Cool.
pufferfish
The
lake.
pufferfish
Lab,
lake.
would you make sure that the map is up here so that way the audience isn't stuck staring at our ugly mugs while they're
Thank you,
watching
Lab.
us talk about cardinal directions? Thanks, Lab.
Mhm. Okay.
You know what
Cool.
I like about this too? Is the fact that Kato's hand is so obviously like massive, but we don't have
Yeah,
a full grasp on how big the other Titans are. And
that's
Kato's the only one where it's like we know their size.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because like in comparison, they look a lot smaller than Kato.
Hmm.
So I'm curious if Kato is like, because does that mean Kato's kind of the only one who's made full contact with the continent?
Yeah. Which means the other fanatics, if anything, are probably like hopeful that their
Mm,
handprint gets bigger. Or maybe there's people who are just, especially with the fire titan, right? Where it's going up perpendicular to the surface of the earth as opposed to horizontally and like parallel to it. That
mhm.
means that the people who are worshiping the fire titan probably believe like so strongly that their titan is bigger than Kato, or they're just like
Yeah,
hoping that it's bigger. So they're waiting for the hand to fully emerge so they have a sense of scale. But
yeah.
and for the air titan, who knows? We haven't built that very much yet except for the festival.
Yeah, we made him a holiday. But like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So, what about the land around that? So, if there's currently 3 volcanoes that are active, quote unquote, are they constantly flowing, or is it like they erupt every now and then? Is there a consistent river of lava that's just flowing? What's
Hmm.
the what's the vibe? Or do these 3 volcanoes pull down into a giant fucking pool of magma?
I think having
And,
them pool down into a giant pool of magma kind of makes sense to a degree.
mhm.
But I also feel like if we're talking about the actual hand of a god here,
Yes.
maybe it's pushing out of the earth and then the like 3 fingers that are constantly not erupting violently, but at least spilling out a little
Bleeding,
splooge
if you
of
will.
lava. They're bleeding and it pours down and it almost like hits the water around the wrist or where the wrist would be or the base of the fingers and congeals to the point of forming what will eventually be new earthen crust and
Mhm.
potentially the skin of the fire elemental. So it's like almost building its own skin as it grows out when the magma hits cooler temperatures and harden. If
Right.
that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. All right. And what does the land around it look like? Is it barren due to the heat from underneath the earth? Is it crusted over? Is it flourishing? How you
Hmm.
feeling about that?
I mean, barren is like the scientifically real answer, but
Hmm.
who gives a fuck about scientifically real? If it's barren, then that's boring. No one's gonna want to adventure there. I
Hmm.
think we should have like some proper elemental beings that are flourishing there, some like I don't know, salamanders and
Hmm.
fire elementals, and we can come up with all of our own shit. But I think it should be teeming. If anything, I think it should be contrary to typical like fantasy settings around fire. I think it should be like flourishing almost in like an exotic sort of, you know, blue people avatar sort of way, a Pandora sort of way, where it's like this breaks all of our known laws of how the fuck life should work. But it's basically an incredibly dense forest that's all fire based instead of carbon based or some such shit.
We could make some really cool like fire vegetation kind of things, like certain red flowers that when you pick them they fall to ash essentially.
Yeah.
Which could be
But
a
the
really
ash
good.
is like helpful.
Yeah, exactly. It could be like a healing remedy, or it could be a spice. People who have mastered garnish are able to do that because fuck prestidigitation.
Yeah.
At least, but yeah, we could make some really cool stuff around that. And like you said, the monsters we could create around it, especially fire monsters, could be really cool.
Yeah. We should talk about custom of people who live in because like I feel like a lot of it is going to come down to the fervor of these religious fanatics who enjoy fire elementals. And I know fervor and fire elements go hand in hand in like a lot of cultures and fantasy world building, but I think
Hmm.
it kind of makes sense here. What do you think these people's lives day to day? Any initial thoughts? Could be what they wear, what they live in, their family structure, anything?
Well, my first question is because we've made Katomia and we have the earthen elementals there who are
Yeah.
like very peaceful people. My question is, what is the outlook of these fire elementals? Because you mentioned they're waiting for the fire titan to emerge and do what? So are these guys like waiting to become powerful? Are they fanatics in the sense of they want to reap world destruction? Are they more so just like we want our god because, or we want our titan because we feel like he can make the world better for everyone? Or is it like what kind of feeling do you get for them? Because the way we're sort of setting it
I
up sounds like Avatar: The Last Airbender kind of Fire Nation, where they just want world power and domination.
Yeah. Which is kind of like the basic bitch answer because of how popular Avatar has gotten. Not that I've
Yeah,
seen it, but I'm assuming that that's
you haven't
my
seen
gut
Avatar: The Last
instinct.
Airbender?
How you do this? Have we not talked about this?
Diana,
Sorry,
watch it.
sorry.
Watch it.
I, dude, I went to my local card shop the other day to buy more Magic cards, and the guy behind the counter, wonderful human being by the way, was like, "Man, so you excited for the Avatar set? Have you bought a bunch of Avatar cards yet? Are you excited about that?" And I was like, "Buddy," and he immediately knew what
No.
I meant, and then almost chased me out of the store. Um, but I feel like I kind of want to go against what people would expect, right? People expect fire to be this destructive power, but I feel like we should lean more towards the concept of a fire as a driver of technology and a hearth, what caused people to really it was like if you look at human history, it was the divide between, you know, prehistoric humanoids and what we have now was people creating fire, inventing fire, and using it to cook their food. So I feel like they consider themselves a driver of change and a driver of unity and world peace and all that. So I don't want to make them more like. Does that make sense?
Yeah. They could be forgers as well, like master craftsmen.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be cool. I mean, already they could probably discover steam power really fast.
Yeah.
Oh.
It could be a region of tinkerers and forgers who create enchanted weapons as well. Enchanted armors, enchanted items, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do we want to do the same thing we did for the sundial and have like one main thing as Katomia and then little cities around, or do we want to have like multiple cities who all hold the same kind of reign in the area, or like what's the
I kind of want to follow the same model as Kotomia, only because it kind of makes sense historically, where if the hand is emerging out of the worlds perpendicularly, then the tip of the middle finger would show up first, which means that's probably where people first settled. And then from there might be like, imagine almost a spiral, right, of roads leading down the volcano and, villages that sprung up around each finger, each of the three that have emerged so far.
okay?
So I want to say it would be like the middle finger first, and then the pointer, and then the ring finger, and then now they're just waiting on the pinky finger.
Okay. How far?
And they
like, what knuckle are these volcanoes?
Audience, I hope you know, if you're watching on Spotify or you're listening on Spotify or anything else right now, we're doing so much like looking at our hand and sticking our hand up to demonstrate stuff. So if you're not following, I promise it's easier on YouTube. But probably, I think the central like hub of activity would probably take over the entire first knuckle of the middle finger, and then from there things would be a little bit more
so
scattered.
They work around the top of the volcano.
I think so, because that's kind of like the only area that's going to stay. If anything, they might even like dig out channels in the finger that would like purposefully direct the lava away from their major cities that they kind of had to maintain as the mountain grows and as the fingers emerge more and more. They'd have to keep digging.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I think that would be the main, like center of growth.
If they're doing that and like channeling the lava out in certain areas, they could create chambers that use lava flow for certain things as well.
Like a water wheel, but for lava?
Exactly.
Dude, that's actually kind of fucking genius. Because imagine using that in a way that not only creates like, gravity powered lava flow, but also creates steam at the same time. It would be such a space efficient way of creating power.
Yeah.
That's cool.
These guys are smart.
You guys are fucking inventors. I like it.
Yeah.
I like where the society's growing. I might have a new favorite.
It's potential. Okay. Because, correct me how we made this. Our sun rises from the south, doesn't it? And it sets in the north. Because we have that main mountain of Katomia where the one mountain is essentially the sundial with the rising of the sun.
Yeah, I think so.
Or something like that. It's been a year. But it's been a hot minute. So
I saw someone on Unrelated on my Discord the other day talking about like the lore of Worlds Apart, and they were like, yeah, so this and this and this is true. But also the hosts are fucking chaotic and they might go back on this at any instant. And I had to fight every urge to be like, what the fuck do you mean by that?
What are you trying to say? Like, okay. Because we could add, because Katomia has the sundial, or the sundial map range of the sundial. Do we want any like aesthetically pleasing thing for the north with the sunset? Because if you're talking about the fire being like rebirth and inventing and creation and all that kind of stuff, kind of like the Green Flash from Pirates of the Caribbean, it says something that happens at sunset where it's like a tradition or like a sight to see or something like that.
Yeah. Something that's, I feel like if anything, maybe it'll be something that is, oh gosh, have you ever seen it? I can't remember if it's like a National Treasure movie or one of like some other type of treasure hunting movie where people went into the Mayan ruins or some other type pyramid structures in South America. And
Hmm.
they were waiting for the sun to shine through a set of stones in the side of a pyramid in a specific way. And they had to wait for a specific day to do it because that specific day was when the sun's axis, the Earth's axis would make it so that the sun shone through that one spot
Yeah.
and like the sunlight revealed a map or something like that.
Yeah,
I
something
feel like it'd
crazy
be
stupid. Yeah.
yeah, like maybe they have some sort of obelisk, or maybe there's like a certain. We haven't determined the orientation of the hand yet. Maybe there's like a certain time of year where the sun shines through like holes in all three of the mountains at the same time.
Hmm.
And like that beam of sunlight is particularly potent for what you mentioned before of forging, of enchanting, all that sort of stuff, or that day is particularly powerful, or people go and bathe in that particular sunbeam and have enhanced powers for 24 hours or something, where maybe every knuckle has like a little hole through the center, almost like an arrow slit, you know?
That would be cool. So it'd be like a magnifying glass in the sun, essentially, where that
Yeah,
beam sort of
except it
just.
magnifies his powers.
I like the idea of having like almost kind of like tribal markings, I guess, of like a hole in each of the knuckle that the
Yeah.
sun can shine through. It's just like, and like people who are descendants of this fire titan could have certain markings up their arm
Hmm.
as well, or on their knuckles, so they all have like the three dots on their knuckles or something like that, as like
Yeah.
a symbol of a descendant of this titan. Um,
Ooh,
which could be really cool.
be
But
cool. Can you
I
imagine like replacing your knuckle cartilage with like almost like a gauge like you have in your ears
I
where it
mean,
creates like a hole but it still functions as a hinge for your fingers to work but it like lets light through.
I feel like some people would do that, like dedicated peeps.
Yeah, like that sounds like something that would be at a body mod convention
Yeah,
somewhere.
100%. Or
Mm.
people they would get little things put under their skin, like what people do in real life. Because that,
Mhm.
people get like stars and like patterns put under their skin on their hands and stuff.
No,
Yeah,
what?
yeah. People get like body modifications. I don't know the technical term, uh, but they get like body modifications. Item under skin.
Oh man,
Body
I had a friend
modifications.
in college who got like a microchip embedded in the webbing between his index finger and his thumb to like unlock his house and his car, but nothing like a pattern underneath your
That's
friggin'
crazy. I've
yeah.
never heard of that. Yeah, like body
Oh,
modifications. It's literally called underskin underskin modifications. But like it's kind of,
oh.
are you okay with like bumps and stuff under the skin and all that kind of stuff
Yeah.
before I share a photo?
Quick content warning for the audience. Lav whatever pictures Odin throws out
I
will
don't
also
know if
appear as
we'll
well.
put pictures up because I don't want to like upset anyone in any way, because this
Mm.
might be a lot, and the only like image I can see. Oh, this works. This is okay. This isn't too bad at all, actually. It's just a bit blurry, but
Oh, okay.
uh,
Audience, if you're queasy, we'll tell you when to look back at the screen.
but people get like,
Oh, cool.
yeah, people get like little bumps, and like I don't know if it's like silicon or if it's like plastic. I doubt it's plastic because that's probably toxic and disgusting as hell. But it's kind of like how people like get their tongue split, or they get like gauges, like you
Oh,
mentioned. It's just a sense of body modification that people love to do, and it's expressive for them.
that's
Um,
so cool.
but
It
people
looks
get
really
like,
like natural too.
yeah, people get like patterns where it looks like scales, or they get like shapes and stuff put under their hand. Like people get spiders or skulls put under their skin on their palm, on their back of the hand. Sorry, it's really really cool. People get horns. Like it's,
I've seen horns. I've
yeah,
never seen like decorative stuff. That's
yeah.
cool. Fucking sick.
So
All right,
it could
audience, you can look
be,
back now.
yeah. So it could be along the lines of that, where they have body modifications where they show the symbol of the three dots in their knuckles or something, or they
I
could
like
get
that.
them across their chest. Just the three dots are a solid symbol for something, we can say.
Honestly, if it's like raised like that too, where it's properly embedding something under the skin, the material of whatever that is could probably have magical properties as well.
Mhm.
And that could like enhance their spell casting and all that sort of stuff.
I mean, if it's fire and earth, obsidian.
Ooh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
cool. God, can you imagine taking, especially because obsidian is so malleable when it comes to like what you can form out of it too. You can basically, it'd be almost like rune crafting, but less
Mm.
delicate and more, I don't know, more intentional.
And the ones that are used for the body modifications, I feel like they would be polished and like cleaned incredibly well, though.
Yeah.
So they're like long lasting and maintain under the skin. So
Mhm.
because even if you
God,
don't
that'd
want
be
to do the
cool.
3 dots, it could just be a sense of body modification that this group does. It's just an
Yeah.
expression for their faith in this fire titan.
Can you imagine like a wedding ritual where instead of having like a ring actually on your finger, you have like a little obsidian circle placed somewhere on your body? Or maybe like a
Yeah,
yeah, it's like day-to-day rituals can be worked into it like that too.
I
That'd be
like that a
cool.
lot actually.
Yeah.
Like you just get a little ring behind your ear or something embedded under the
Yeah.
skin. That would be fucking
Oh my
cool.
God. And if you get divorced, you can just take it
Just
out.
pop it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking great.
Oh,
Okay. I'm actually all for that if we want to have that as a sense of like expression of their faith in this community.
yeah. That'd be sick.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. All right. Uh do we want to do the same lines as like because we have the earth elemental people in Kitomia? Do we want to have like fire genasi or fire elemental people?
I
Uh
think that makes sense. Yeah, for the most part. We'll have to come up with the equivalent to the demigods as well. So like the children of
ooh.
Cato, which would be cool, but I don't even know where to start with that.
Well, I mean, what were the demigods of Cato were like quartz, weren't they? They were quartz like colossal
Yeah.
things, weren't they?
Yeah, the this like body horror style angel with like 6 or 7 different limbs
That's
that just
right.
spidered their way across the continent, and they could form their limbs using the quartz and minerals or whatever they were using. I think we said that different ones had different types of material. There's at
Yes.
least one out there that has like diamond or something like that, and
Mhm.
there's like no shot of kicking the shit out of that thing. But then the lesser ones would have quartz or like topaz or something like that.
Well, the
Um,
quartz ones were borderline invisible unless they were moving through sunlight as well.
yeah.
So
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
because they just sit still until something's wrong because they were sentinels of the Sundown Mountain Range, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so fire demigods. What do you think of? Because my mind instantly goes to like something like Cerberus from the underworld,
Ooh.
3-headed doggo,
Yeah. A little puppy.
a little
Little
popper.
guy. Little
Demigod
pooch.
though, because we don't want our demigods to be like human. We want them to be kind of fucked up and awesome.
Yeah. We need to have
Okay.
them have an unnatural amount of limbs or heads or whatever. I feel like what if we made like a cross between Cerberus and I kind of want it to be flying, which I know doesn't make sense for fire, but it would make sense for something that could easily traverse the heights of the mountains. And then
Mm-hmm.
also could ride along like heat jets that have to do with the heat rising out of the magma itself. So maybe like a cross between Cerberus and like a phoenix or any other bird type creature. Something that's both mobile on land and in the air.
Something that moves quick on both
Mhm.
fronts, basically, but hates water.
But can't swim.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I kind of fuck with the idea of Cerberus. Do we want it to be a dog or do we want it to be something different? Because
It
we
should be
can
something different.
because we can
But
literally make it somewhat phoenix like a hawk with like 3 heads of a hawk.
maybe like almost like a griffin that's got like hawk-like features but still 4 paws.
Griffins have that anyway, don't they? Oh no, they got.
No, they do. They have like what is it? What the fuck is a griffin again? It's like a
It's-
lion bird?
No, so a griffin is. Oh no, you might be right actually. It's a 4-legged creature that has the head and wings of a hawk and the body of what looks like either a lion or a horse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
A
legendary
horse?
creature with body and tail, back of legs, and a lion.
Oh,
Head of
cool.
an eagle.
Okay, so I think we should give it like first of all, it should have claws. And
Yes.
if anything, it should be able to easily pierce almost anything, including stone and obsidian with its claws. So that way if it needs to cling onto a mountainside in windy weather, it can.
It's like our fucking dudes from our like draft episode who have the
The
diamond
little-
claws. I forgot what
Yeah!
they're called.
Oh god, the draft episode. It's so long.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Hmm.
I don't know. Did we ever release that?
I don't think we did.
Should we?
We could.
As like a 1 year gift to the audience, we can
Could be
see
a
how
little
it
behind the
goes.
scene thing. I think we still got it somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
but we could make a griffin and just make it Cerberus like and give it 3 fucking heads if we wanted to.
I think that'd be cool. I think that'd
Yeah.
be sick. But they should be um they have a beak or should they have a muzzle? I kind of like the concept of a muzzle.
When you say muzzle, do you mean like a dog snout kind of thing?
Yeah, like a snout.
But the like face and features of a bird. Is that what you mean?
Or
do you just want it to be a dog with wings?
yeah, we're kind of just making a dog with wings.
Cerberus with
But
wings?
it would still have like a feathered neck and all that and tail
Okay.
feathers.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay.
I'm down
Cool.
with that.
I like that.
And yeah, like you said, this thing's claws are like can pierce through the toughness of stone and obsidian and all that kind of stuff. So it can climb up mountains when it's windy, like you said. It can sprint like fucking crazy through the ground and fly like nothing else. Would it have fire abilities? So would it have like a fire breath and all that kind of stuff? This thing's got blue flames, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It gets like blue and then or maybe it like starts off reddish orange when it's like a baby, and then slowly as it gets older it gets like blue, and then the really ancient ones have like white hot flame.
Ooh, that's cool.
And so that's like a good way to tell how old it is.
That would be really cool. Like their feathers and fur could do that as well. So when they're first born, they're like an orangey, like auburn color. When they mature, it's like black with like blue tints on them. And when they're older, it's like slate white fur and feathers.
That's cool. I like that.
How big do these things get? Are we talking like young dragon, adult dragon, fully grown dragon? Like what kind of size scale are we looking at?
I feel like it should be almost similar to, you know how they say that goldfish don't really have like a growth limit. It's just adapts to the size of its environment. Yeah, so like maybe evil people, like truly evil people, will find the eggs of these things and breed them in a way that's almost pet sized. But that's like a huge taboo in the area. And it's like you're the worst of all poachers if you try and do that. But
Very
they
black
could,
market.
in theory, be teeny. Yeah. But then if they're out in the wild and they're like, you know, left unbridled as the fire elemental intended, then they can grow to be dragon size or larger.
Fuck, I know. How rare are these demigods? Because I don't know why, but I feel like we said there were only like 6 or 7 for Kato.
I think so. And I think that makes sense. But I feel like, I guess it depends on how mortal they are. Because with Kato, we mostly said, like, yeah, you're not going to win a fight against these things. And no one knows how old they are. And they're basically immortal because the earth itself ages at a really slow rate. But with fire and... Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say, you also did state, like, this area is flourishing and thriving with, like, life and all that kind of stuff. So if these things are breeding as well and creating little itty-bitty kids of Fire Titan...
Yeah.
They would be not common, but they would be around more.
Yeah. And I think that makes sense. Maybe they almost have like a Phoenix-style reincarnation myth to them, where anytime one dies, another is born almost instantly, and they have the same memories and the same soul. And maybe they... Yeah, right?
So
like,
these are wise creatures, then.
Yeah, I think so. I think they kind of have to be the children of the elemental, right? And maybe to a degree, if someone who comes in from outside the mountain range comes and like hunts one down and like kills it and skins it and takes its pelt, maybe the pelt has fantastic, you know, fire resistance properties or something like that, or allows you to fly short. Yeah, but it's like a massive fucking no-no. And then from then on out, its reincarnation will live only to hunt you down.
That's fucking terrifying. So they hold a grudge, is what I'm hearing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So you could be walking along one day, and this 3-headed dog
just from the fucking skies.
My God. I mean, would people call them hellhounds in a sense? Or hellfire hounds?
Hellhawks? Hellhawk sounds like a jet.
I thought you wanted to make it a dog with wings. Because you wanted the
Yeah.
snout, didn't you?
Oh, I do want this.
Like-
I mean, Hellhound is taken.
It's taken.
Hmm.
I mean, Brimstone Hounds,
Yeah, or
something like
like
that.
well, I mean, they have wings, and we call the children of Cato to a degree a certain type of angel. So it's like the angels of brimstone, maybe, or the angels of the coals. Coals is too weak, though. I don't know.
I
We're not
mean,
good at naming shit. This is just naming shit with extra
you could
steps.
just simply call them Brimstone Angels.
Brimstone angel. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
you want to run with that?
I like that. Yeah.
Perfect. So we've already created the demigods for the Fire Titan.
Yeah.
I
That was
love
cool.
them. I want them.
They're so cool. Where do they nest? Is the thing.
I feel like they're on the inside of the volcanoes,
Just like right in the middle, under the lava or over it.
like nested on the side of the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
So like if the lava is, for example, there's for the listeners, I am demonstrating with precision on the YouTube. Go follow us. So that's your volcano, right? So the lava's here.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are nesting like around here.
Oh, right at the level of it.
So they're just above the lava because I feel like that's how their eggs, if they lay eggs, would.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're dogs, they would just give birth, but maybe the newborns need heat to like build that resistance to it.
Yeah. Do you think are they immune to lava, or are they just?
I feel like they would be immune.
Okay, so they could go for a little swim
because they could eat lava.
That's true. Yeah. Oh man, can you imagine just like a silly straw for these things that's just glowing? I don't know why I went to silly straw. But...
I don't know, but
ooh.
Yeah, if you ever look down the side of a mountain, you might see one of these three-headed dogs just lapping up lava as drinking water.
Oh, that'd be kind of cute.
And it gets all over their snouts and just drops off because they're resistant to it.
Yeah.
He's just a little guy, he's thirsty.
Little guy. Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that they're like, what if their shits are like a highly sought after thing because they've processed lava, refined it, and then turned it into some sort of crystalline substance?
I was gonna say you could create a whole new gemstone out of that if you wanted to.
Yeah, that sounds like a new material type shit.
Yeah.
Literally.
You could make some serious, especially in like this realm of forges. Like they would be like, that is potential right there.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. I like it.
They've become such good shepherds of like these little guys.
Would people see them as omens? So like they could majority live in the cage, in the volcano, sorry, for their entire life and be happy down there. But if you see them flying above the volcano, is that like an omen, or is that like that's good luck, that's bad luck, or something's happening, or like?
I feel like if it happens, I feel like it depends on time of day.
Okay.
Maybe. Where if it's like it happens at sunset or sunrise, then it's considered really good because that would be, which is contrary to how science actually works, but maybe that's when like fire powers are considered to be at their strongest, is when the sun is just about to rise, just about to set. So maybe that's considered a good sign. But if it's in the middle of the night when these hounds shouldn't be awake, then that's considered like, oh, something is happening and we need to be on alert.
Okay. They could. This is just because I love the idea of it. They could have Icarus-like tendencies as well. So since they love the heat, if they're out flying around, they could try and fly close to the sun to feel that warmth.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah. So like, if you ever end up on the back of one and it starts flying up, it's like stop.
Yeah. Oh my god, and that makes sense too, because if they've got, let's say they have like flames coming off of their wings or whatever, then the thinner the oxygen is, the more those flames would begin to sputter and they would have to like dive down and catch themselves. But maybe they turn that into kind of a game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's how they
That's
play.
really cool. Yeah.
I love these guys.
They're so cute.
So just to confirm, they are like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So dog-like body, 3 heads, but they have feathers and wings.
Yeah. I think at least tail feathers.
Okay.
But,
what kind of wings do they have? Do you want them to be like more angelic? Do you want them to be bird-like? Do you want to create something of your own with them? What's the...
I kind of want it to vary because we said that the children of Cato would all be made of, or to a certain degree, certain ones would be made of different gemstones and minerals. I feel like this would be kind of the equivalent of that, where it's like maybe some of them have not just one pair of wings, but like one pair of wings out of their shoulders and another out of their hips, for extra stability or something like that.
Okay.
And then others would have like, ginormous fucking like super sleek wings the way seabirds have, and others would have like, giant majestic wings of multiple colors at the same time. Or I feel like it would depend.
I mean, these things, if we're referring to fire as like life and reincarnation and potentially evolution, these things lifespans could revolve around evolution. So their wings change with their body size.
Oh, so you think like as they grow up they get different wings as they grow bigger?
So like when they're first born, they just have like small wings, like you said, out the side that help them stabilize. When they grow older, it's more like eagle wings, how it spurts from their back and like they can fly a bit quicker and all that kind of stuff. But when they reach like ancient dragon size, maybe they have feathers that grow out from underneath their arms and all that kind of stuff, where they actually spread out and can flap and fly with their arms, or they just soar rather than actually fly or anything like that.
That's cool.
This entire demigod could revolve around evolution.
Can you imagine like plucking or being gifted a single feather from the wings of one of the ancient ones and having it be like eternally a source of flame and just enough to power your to heat up your house on its own? You just keep it in a little box in the middle of your living room.
It's the perfect room temperature.
It's just constantly cozy.
But yeah. Okay. Before we delve into anything else, because I feel like we have something here. We walked in with nothing, and we've got something we can build something off. So we should end it here for now, I think.
Yeah.
As the first episode of 2026 is complete. Woo! I'm excited. This is cool. I like this.
Yeah.
We actually have a plan for the continent as well, or like revolving around the Titans and their locations and whatnot. That's kind of sick.
Yeah. We've never had a plan before, audience. No. This is crazy.
And like now we have a theme in which we could name the continent after as well, which is Diana. What's the name of the continent?
Do not. I refuse.
I won't. I'm not that mean. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right, Diana, you want to tell them where they can find you?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Diana Faye, also known as Diana of the Rose. I am a TikToker, Instagram model. I am a podcast host, as evidenced here. I'm a Twitch streamer and one of the mentors or guides, I guess, for the Twitch TTRPG Content Creator Club. I do a lot of streams and content based around games like D&D. I'm into Magic the Gathering recently. I do a lot of actual play content. And in general, you can find me at various conventions all around the globe. But for now, I'm at Diana the Rose on all platforms. Odie, where can they find you?
You can find me basically anywhere at Odinn_son. You can find me on pretty much all platforms. You can also find me at odie.rips on Instagram, where I open Pokemon packs, my dude, because I like Pokemon. So if you enjoy Pokemon, if you enjoy D&D, if you enjoy world building, if you enjoy anything high fantasy and fun, you can drop me a follow. I'm going to be doing one of those things it's somewhere, so more than welcome to drop a follow and join the fun. But I also want to give a shout out to I'm going to start with Toby, with our amazing artist, Master Tobias. Toby.exe on pretty much all platforms except on Instagram, where you can find him at _Toby.exe_. Toby is the channel's artist. He is fucking incredible at what he does. He
so good.
Some of the best art I've ever commissioned and ever just seen in general. Highly recommend you check him out. Highly recommend you keep an eye out for his commissions being opened. Dude works like crazy and is amazing to work with. We love Toby very much and want him to succeed everywhere. So please go check out Toby.exe. He's incredible. Tell him we sent you and that we love him, because we do.
Yeah. I also want to highlight Lavender, our lovely editor, who you can find as Entity Edits on all platforms. That's at entity __ there's two of them, edits on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Blue Sky. We put her through a lot of shit and have for about a year now. So please show her some love. If you need anything edited, that means actual plays. If you happen to be in the TTRPG space, podcasts, short form, long form, she's got you covered. So I highly recommend reaching out to her. She is at Entity Edits and amazing as a human being, a dream to work with. And just
Our God of Monsters.
awesome. Yeah, our God of Monsters. Oh, if you haven't seen that episode, please go back and watch it specifically. She's so good.
And of course, there is the rule that comes with Lavender. If you take her from us, we kill you. It's a whole thing. Don't worry about it. But we will catch you guys in a couple of weeks. Welcome to a brand new year of Worlds Apart. Let's have some fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.